Yo, Jens, what's good? What's good? Mr. Wong, what's up? What's up, gentlemen? Burn, my man, what's good? Let's get out of here. Get out of here. We've got a little bit of change. Have we got enough to get anything? I don't bloody think so. Wow, nothing that's gonna do anything. Super broke, eh? Coins, coins, coins. Need coins. Alright, let's kick this guardian. Get off me, lad. Did I do that right? Ally, yep. Ooh, what I need to do. Boink. How's everybody going? Yeah, we'll go with that. Graham, what's up? What's up? What's up? Jens, the battle conditions. Battle conditions. Boss Ultimate. Bro, these fasts are just gonna Hadouken Boss Ultimate into my face. Alright. Boink, boink. Store. Oh, bit of a sneak peek, lads. Whoa, we got the defense upgrade. We got it. Envy, what's good? Let's restore that. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. My neck is sore as fuck. But Clouded, how's your neck sore? Why orbital augment? What am I doing? What am I doing, gentlemen? This one. Okay, what did we say it was last time? Okay, I think I have to go restore. And I have to restore. And then I think I have to max ownership. Okay, Maximus. I think the levels are supposed to be higher for how many shards I got. Primary. Max. Let's go, lads. Alrighty. So really it's just fast and bosses, eh? Fast and bosses. Let's go. Oh, I didn't do the countdown. I was too excited. Wanted to start at 1:45. Alright, what do I set it to? Gentlemen? Fast. Just fast and closest? We'll see if we need to go fast and boss. I'm gonna fall again into champs, the fast ultimate. Yeah, bro, fast ultimate is rubbish. It's just the RNG. You get some runs and it's like suave, and then you get other ones and it's just rubbish. Rubbish, gentlemen. I'm so excited for this tourney because it doesn't matter what position I get, but I'll get 1 second past perma. I'm so stoked. The thing I also hate about Fast Ultimate is slowing the tournament down. It means I'm getting less runs in, or the stream is taking a bit longer. Not that I don't mind hanging out with you guys and talking heaps of trash talk. I just wouldn't mind just like spamming the tourney opposed to slowing it down. Half my bracket are from champs, nowhere close for promotion today. Yeah, I know, like plat and champs is super competitive, eh? Super competitive. Let's go like that. I'm so glad it's not orb resistance. I really need orbs. Oh, I forgot my drink bottle. Hold on, pause the mic while I yell it to the kids. Burn. Can't even run tourney at 1.5x with fast ult, it sucks. Yeah, I feel like at some stage there, the game went really good with whatever they did with attack speed. And then I feel like slowly we've drifted back to a place where game speed affects the tourney. My game seems to be running pretty good after this last patch. Seems to be going pretty good, which I'm stoked about. Bro, boss ult is no joke. Chunky monkeys. Actually gonna push my orbs out. Somewhere like there. Man, I'm so jealous of intro sprint mastery. It took me 3 hours to get to play it. Oh, bro. Honestly, I wish I had it when I was in champs. Bro, there was like tournaments there where I was doing like 28, 2900 waves. It was just ridiculous. I tried tier 14, only 3400. 3400 is very close to the tipping point. I'm not gonna lie, I think I might have converted to tier 14 around there. There's somewhere around there like, I don't know, 3,500, 3,700. And then if you could survive that long, then that's a great point to look to intro sprint mastery. Because it becomes like a good tipping point where it's viable. Like even though you don't quite hit max spawn rate, it should like make up for itself for the coin power. And then you just slowly keep increasing it. It's somewhere around there. I can't remember. Honestly, it's all gone so fast. Knockback resistance. Oh shit, it is too. That's when you want a real nice CFE, when it's knockback resistance. Farm those bosses for the rerolls. Peter, I hope I haven't missed the story. I actually got a message from one of the breathers, and he was like, are you jumping on? And I was like, yeah bro, I'm just thinking about a yarn to spin. Just thinking about the yarns to spin. Jen says that intro sprints is next by. At Danger Lamaleminen. Yo guys, what's good? What's good? Sorry for butchering it. So when does Masteries unlock again? I think I'm somewhere close. I think it's tier 16. Tier 16 wave something. I'm pretty sure it's tier 16 wave something, because I think tier 15 you have to do that grueling push for 300 odd waves. Unsated Tower, the Law Lord never runs out of stories, bro. Hang in there. What's the name of the game? The name of the game is the Tower Idle Defense. You can find it on the any app store, whether that's Apple or the Play Store. It's basically a tower defense game. At the moment, we're doing a tournament run. It's probably like this game's version of PvP. So it's like typical incremental games. It's the whole build-up process, acquire resources by basically doing a tower defense through different tiers. Tiers can be seen as a version of levels in other games. And then as you acquire the resources, you upgrade certain things like all of these different tabs. You do like it's like a build and spend sort of thing. And then you build and spend, and you're either going to work towards taking yourself up in tiers or the levels, or you're going to do that to focus towards tournaments, which is what I'm doing right now. So there's specific currency that, I don't know, you win or it drops in tournaments, and then that's kind of what you're waiting for. So that's kind of what we're witnessing at the moment. It's just a tournament run. And it's just a good excuse for me to just start spinning stories for the brothers. I think so. For the most part, that's all I do here, because for the most part, we're just watching it slay these silly little cubes. But if you're looking for a long-term progression game, for reference, my account started in August the 10th, 2024, and I'm probably what's considered somewhere around early mid game, so nowhere near close end game. So there's plenty of content. It's a slow burn. Look, not gonna lie, we're doing alright, lads. We're doing alright. We're doing better than I thought. I always get that luck, in my first run. I always get that stupid little luck. Jen says, Test 17 Wave 100, Test 16 Wave 80 is the scatter. Oh. Is it? So Test 17 is for the masteries. Boom. There it is, gentlemen. Popped wing, 680. Popped wings at 680. Thank you so much, bro. Honestly, check it out. If you enjoy a game with long-term progression, plenty of in-depth systems, you can either go as ham into it as you want, or you can just chill with it. But it's definitely, it's enough that it's captivated a bunch of us nerds. Don't trust the ads. Download the game, see it yourself. There we go, lad. There we go. Did I pop Demon too soon? Did I get overexcited? Peter says, I'm coming over to the land of the long white cloud next week, doing a couple of the walks. Let's go, bro. I'm assuming in the South Island. Oh, thanks. All the big ones are down south. Do you know what they have been doing? It's taking advantage of all the, like, you know, technology and stuff. You can do like heaps of tracks, and I know if you're traveling to this country specifically for hiking, outdoor nature-y sort of thing, what I'm about to say is probably a cuss word, but they've got a whole bunch of things set up with a lot of these tracks, and they've got a bunch of e-bikes and stuff that you can hire. You know, you got to let the fatties in too, bro. To put it in perspective, like how sick these e-bikes are, is there's an area in the North Island, and it's like super touristy. It's got a rich history though, so you know we're not gonna knock it. It's got a rich history, but it's a place called Rotorua, And there's another place that's a couple hours, or I don't know, maybe less than 2 hours away, and it's called Taupo. Well, in between those two areas, it's about, like I said, hour and a half or so in a car. Might be a little bit faster now that all the roads are getting upgraded. But my old man, God bless his soul, my old man, he's not like your athletic sort of type. He's a accountant by trade. You know, he's spent most of his life doing that sort of work. And hold on, do we have to pop the nuke? Bro, we're gonna make it. Are we gonna make it? Sorry guys, I'm locked in. I'm locked in. Oh, come on. Alt crit. Yes, get off me. Yeah, so he biked. So he bought an e-bike. And he biked that whole journey. Like, they've got, like, specific biking tracks now. You know, for the bloody weirdos that want to bike 2 hours car distance. And he biked super you know, non-athletic, never done anything near it before. Picked up an e-bike and biked down there. Charged it up, parked up, did whatever, have a coffee, walk around, whatever, and then biked back. So it just, what I'm trying to say is, fam, it gives all the Teletubbies chance to experience, touch grass, and, you know, do all the touristy things that otherwise they probably never would have had the chance to. Because 100%, my old man would never be able to do that on a push bike. I mean, a whole bunch of people would struggle to bike that on a push bike. But the power of technology, fam. The power of technology. Oh, I hate it when it's 1x. I'm so sorry to do this to you guys. I'm so sorry to do it to you. But the end is nigh. The end is nigh. We've only got nuke. Do I be cheeky and bump it up to a 1-5? Is that too cheeky? It's funny, as we had someone from head office today. They come down doing... so if you think about it in different things when it comes to, like, a larger workforce, you know, there's a lot of, what do you call it? Not bureaucracy. What do you call it? There's a lot of layers. You know, just like if you think about a company, and a company is like an ogre. And ogres are like onions. And onions have layers. Well, there's various different layers within the company, so it's, you know, stuff to do around HR, hiring and firing, admin, all that sort of stuff. You know, management. There's all these different things. Well, one of the layers in the onion is compliance within the company, because we have to comply with overseas market requirements in order to get access for sending food on a boat to these countries and protect the reputation of the food industry in New Zealand. And somebody come down today from head office, and they were doing compliance stuff. So basically, I don't know what, I really don't know actually what they're doing. They go around and then they basically have a list of things. Like, just say you've got like 10,000 things you have to do to be compliant. Some of it's obvious, some of it not so obvious. They might get like a bunch, like 10 for the day, and then they audit you on that 10. Well, she come down and we were talking about the meatworks, and then basically, like, I've been there way too long and I need to get out of it. But then it started making me think back to like my earlier jobs. So like one of the first jobs I had when I was a little whippersnapper, I was about 13 or 14, and I helped my stepdad And basically, my stepdad's he's a big unit. He's like 6'5" or 6'6", gajillion pounds. You know, a heavy 6'6", not like a lanky 6'6". Something's gonna chip me, eh? And because I was smaller, because I'm only like a teenager, we used to do aerials. So like satellite dishes, all that sort of stuff. I could fit into anything. All the roofs, underneath all the houses, everything. Well, we got offered like a little stint of work up in one of the big cities. For reference, the city that we're working in, or where predominantly the work was. And I do it on my weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. So he'd go around during the week and he'll do jobs. And then all the jobs that he's too big for, he will say, are you cool if I can come back on Saturday? I'll get the young fella. He'll fit right in there. So I can do a lazy job and put the satellite dish in a dumbass place, and you're going to hate where it looks. Or we can put it in a real super tidy place for you. But I need the young fella. I just physically can't fit in that space. And 9 times out of 10, the people say, yep. So once it comes to my weekends, it'll be crack of dawn. 5 o'clock in the morning, we'll be heading out and that sort of thing. And he'll just have a list of jobs. And you can imagine that I just get all the shit jobs. So it's like crawl through these like ruthless ass spaces. So long story short, because of the numbers we were putting through, so he's working all week, putting through a bunch of numbers, like all these installations. And then we're doubling up by working on the weekends. Like, he was a workhorse. Like, absolute workhorse. He never stopped working. Work multiple jobs. Work every day. Maybe he just hated my mum that much. He had to get out of the house. That's one of those. But, like, he's an absolute workhorse. So, because of the numbers that we were putting through, because it all goes through Sky, which is the service. I don't know what they might call it in your country. Well, they said, hey, do you want to come up? We need a bit of help. Another company or another outfit, or subby, I suppose you'd call it. They're looking for a bit of help. Do you want to come up? So he hits me up. He says, I'm going to go up to Auckland. So the city that where most of our work is in, I don't know, 80 to 100,000 people. Auckland's like 15x that. Way more people. Now it's up to like, I don't know, 20, 30x that amount. And so he said, we're going to go up for a week or something. And, I'll pay you for it. So, I'm 36 years old. So, we're talking about when I'm 13 or 14 now. So, a very, very long time ago. You could still buy cigarettes for like $7-8 or whatever. That sort of carry on. So, he says to me, if you come up with me for like a week or two, I'll give you $400. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm in. So, I wag school. And we go up and do this job. And we were getting paid about $150 a job. And we could easily clear anywhere between 10 to 15 depending on the area. So you could do about 10 jobs a day. 10 installations a day. If you had quite a bit of movement that you had to do. Or you could do like 12, 15 a day if you were doing it in the hood. So in that city, the worst part of it is an area called South Auckland. Everyone kind of knows about it. It's hoary as this and that. It's basically a bunch of state housing, people on top of people, all that sort of carry on. So we used to try to target that area. And the reason why is because they don't own the house. Obviously, there's people in that area that do own houses, but a majority of them are on some sort of housing scheme with the government, and they don't own it. So you can just put the satellite dishes anywhere. But bro, I tell you what. So I'm 14 years old. Now I don't even go to school. I'm making $400 a week working. The school, we have like a truant system where like, the police start trying to track you down when you disappeared and that sort of thing. So they'd all been trying to track me down for a while because I was just staying up there working. But bro, the state of the houses that we used to see, because they don't own it, there's not as much pride. And of course I'm generalizing here. But if I'm doing 10 to 15 jobs a day, I'm seeing a bit of a snapshot of what the community's like. And bro, the savageness I seen, bro. There was like a weird thing that they do there. And they put all the rubbish underneath their houses. And I used to love it when I'd get a job and there was easy roof access, and then that was the spot where I should, feed all the wiring and stuff through. So basically, the old boy will drill the hole. He'll kind of get me to ID where the cabling is, and then it's up to me to basically crawl through all the space, feed the wire through. We'd smash it out easy as. We'd go home at night. We'd pre-make up a whole bunch of satellite dishes. We'd tie it onto all the racks, everything. We'd have the whole car would be kitted out, and we just had like a perfect system. So like he'll go up, get the people to sign the paperwork. While he's doing that, I'm pulling out all the wiring, pulling out the dish, start hunting down the signal from where's the best area to get the signal. He'll talk to them, he'll sign it, boom, now we're on, and we'll pump the job out. But bro, back to the thing, bro, the savageness of these guys, bro. Like they would just like house after house after house, and they all put their rubbish underneath the house. Never experienced anything like it. It was like barbaric. I was like, damn, this is like some third world shit. The worst one that I ever seen was like, I couldn't, going through the roof cavity wasn't an option. So I had to do it under the house hit. And I knew what I was in for, because I was like trying to open the bottom of the door and it was sticking a bit. And then I opened it and it was full all the way back, because you got a bit of a headlamp. It was full all the way back to the furthest point of the walls with rubbish, and then it was all the way up to me was rubbish, and then out of it, I was trying to time that, and then out of it, hey look, Envy got us, and then out of it, in amongst it, there's a dog locked underneath the thing, and maybe it was just locked under there because we were there, but a dog with a whole litter of puppies and a sea of trash, rats, lions and tigers and bears, oh my. And bro, this was like every single house. Like another like savage as one was their plumbing, I don't know what happened, burst, popped, cracked, something. But I opened up the bottom of the house, because this dude was adamant, you're not putting that satellite on the side of the house, you're not putting it there, I don't want this and that, it needs to be tucked away. So it's, sweet as, alright, we'll keep it discreet, we'll feed the wife, we'll follow the spouting, and then we'll send it underneath. And I opened up the bottom hatch to go underneath, and it was like a river of shit, I kid you not. And I was like, I'm not going through that. This dude's like, yeah, well, you need a brother, you go for a swim. That's your tūrai, bro. That's all you, big dog. I'm not going there. Hold the dude. All right, you guys know the drill. If you see someone give them a shout out and chat. Brother Envy, look at the clan tag, gentlemen. Look at the clan tag. Who else we got? Panini. Boobies. 2-2. Right, let's see how many campers we got off. Oh, 10-19. Okay, we might be alright on that, dude. Alright, we got someone with assists. We got a rhinoceros. 206 relics. Big tanker. Okay, we might have an alright bracket here, gentlemen. We might have an alright bracket. Right, time to catch up on chat. Taylor, what's up? I'm going to try and match up with you, but chose a really bad time to join. Personal best, 886. Let's go, bro. 886. That's excellent. Damn. That's a pretty good chump, eh? Yeah, bracket RNG's rubbish. Oh, there we go. Masteries unlock at tier 16, wave 100. Able Tasman and around for Nelson for a couple of weeks. Hiring an e-bike. There we go, bro. There we go. E-bike, bro. That's so fun. My son on the Christmas holidays, he went down Nelson, down in the South Island, and they got a couple of e-bikes, the olds, my wife's parents, and yeah, bro. He's biking around, absolutely loving it. Junior Wong says, literal big dogs. A bunch of unproductive people sucking money from people that are productive. Yeah, it's pretty wild, bro. I actually was like full on buzzing out, and I'm just a young puppy. So I was just like a young fella, like soaking it in, and you know, I'm there to get my money. And yeah, I was just like full on buzzing, bro. Every single house, barbaric. Savages, uncivilized. It's when the big dogs comes out that both you and I realize we're no better than the dabs we manage. Yeah, because we established last stream, or the stream before, that employees are the equivalent of Defense Absolute. This time it's 86-inch arms and a big unit. Clouded of Narnia. Bossy's stalking me. I think so. I didn't even time my 22. I just threw it in there. I was too excited. Good luck, fam. Disco Fever. Hopefully some keys coming. Yeah, bro. Hopefully. Still a bunch of movement. I imagine everybody's running it slow. Okay. I need to figure out what we can change. Nice place. I'd be 6 right now. Yeah, bro. That's insane. You're almost at 900 waves. Gentlemen. I mean, do we try Pulsar? We can give it a whirl. We can give it a whirl. It's always worth a try. I think we only got chipped once or twice, and I think it was a fast pulling in a range. What's this? Claim skis? Yeah, let's go. Woo! Ding, 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 ding. But honestly, so I got caught truant. So they actually went to my dad, and my dad tracked us down. And yeah, I got caught truant. And from that moment onwards, like, I never really enjoyed school. But from that moment onwards, I knew I hated school. Because I had a taste of money. Like, $400 a week, especially for a teenager, but $400 a week, unreal. I mean, yeah, my stepdad was making like over $1,000 a day. So, you know, he was loving it. But, you know, for a teenager, $400 a week, bro. Like, $400 a week was probably a standard wage. So to put it in perspective, a couple years later when I got a job, I'd work 45-hour week. I was working as a car groomer at BMW, and I was working 45 hours a week, and I was getting about $300. That's whatever the going wage was. So I was creaming it. But I was dumbass too, bro. I mean, I bought a car. So I'm 14, bought a car. What else did I buy? I bought subs. Subs was a thing. You guys know what it was like back then. Fast and Furious era. Bought subs. Bought a whole bunch of random stuff. I think I actually bought subs before I even bought the car. It's one of those ones, bro. I had to have a car because I had to sober drive my mum when my mum would get too ripped. Well, you have to do the runs down to go get smokes and all that sort of carry on. But I knew, like, as soon as I went back to school, I'd missed so much of, like, the year. And my mind just wasn't there. I was just like, I just want to make bread. We ain't hungry no more. Remember, we established it. Sharing cans of spaghetti. We ain't hungry no more, fam. It just took me. It was just like money, fam. Money is the key. And I actually just didn't do well in school from then onwards. And then I think about a year or two later, I was trying to get a job in a mechanics. I failed at my mechanics course. You know, you got to do those pre-apprenticeships. I say I got kicked out, but I didn't technically get kicked out. But I got told privately that I'd basically have to leave. You know, so it's like you're not really getting forced out. But I got told like I'd have to leave or they'd call the police, this and that. And then, yeah, so that ended that. But I still tried to apply for mechanics jobs. But it just had no success, you know. I hadn't done the pre-apprenticeship, whatever. So I just looked for anything to do with cars. And I landed a job, which, honestly, to be honest, I don't know why they hired me. But they're not going to lie, bro. Actually, I'll be honest, bro. I think I knew why I got hired. So you got to imagine, so I always got told a rule. Here was the rule. Like, because I used to smoke up, and the rule was, if you go to your job interview wasted, they'll never know what you're like when you're sober. So, like, since then, I've been to every job interview wasted. So, I'm like, I got tattoos, but I'm like, what am I? I'm about 16. I got tattoos. You know, I speak street. I look street. I'm not tidy. Like, I just look like trouble. Like, thinking back, if I look like, you know, at photos and stuff. They just scream out trouble. Like, I don't know why you hired me. But I actually feel like I know why I was hired. So let's dive into it. So I go to this job interview. I'm smashed as, but I could still hold a conversation because, you know, I'm a veteran smoker by then. And I do the job interview. It's pretty simple, man. You just got to keep the cars clean. You got to behave professionally because there's like high-end clients. The guys that own it, the dealership, like, because, you know, it's like a franchise. The guys that own it, they're super posh. Super posh, bro. And, you know, I end up landing the job. When can you start? ASAP. Let's go, lads. And, I just nailed it. You know? I just nailed it. It's not hard. But I started getting, like, all the harder stuff. Like, it was me and this other dude, bro. And this other dude was like the village idiot. Like, we all say the village idiot, but like, I actually genuinely think like maybe he was a bit slow upstairs. And like, I probably should have learnt my lesson. Like, sorry, I probably should have read the play better. So he's the main car groomer, and I'm like, I'll get all the dumb jobs. And by dumb jobs, like, you know, none of them are terrible. You're buffing cars, all that sort of shit. But he gets the mean ass jobs. Like, somebody will buy like a full on like ceramic kit and all that, you know, like those kind of packages and that. And he gets to do all that stuff. He gets to do all the polishing. When we'll import a car, the cars are covered in like a grease and a oil. You get to degrease it. You know, you get to buff it back. You get all the fun stuff, the detailing, all the showroom cars, and I'll get like all the customer ones that you get to smash out and that. But for the most part, like the bosses and that, you know, they kind of like me because I just got the job done and that. But again, I'm a smoker, so I used to get an hour lunch break, and I always go, bro, what is going on? I thought he had me there, so I always go and have a smoke on my breaks and that. And then one day, so I asked the village idiot, we'll call him Barney. So I asked old Barney, I said, bro, do you smoke, bro? And he said, yeah. And I was like, what, like actual? And he's like, yeah. And I was like,
I was like, "Fire, do you want to come have a smoke?" And he's like, yeah, sweet. And I said, "Oh, what we'll do, bro, we'll set ourselves up so when we come back from lunch, you know, we'll nail the thing." So I said, what we'll do is, I'll do the showroom cars, and then I'll do the cars on the forecourt, and there might have been about 35 cars on the forecourt. And so I'll do the forecourt out in the sun, whatever, because like the area we're doing in, it's like sunny as all the time. It's the bad plenty. It's like our vision of Miami in this country. So I'm like, I'll do the forecourt, and then I'll do the showroom. All you do is just the customer cars, so you know, you don't really get too many customer cars, but you might have about 20 minutes to 40 minutes to tidy it up. So like on a bad day, you're super pumped, but you know, it's going to be pretty crazy. So we go and have a smoke, and then we boost back to work. So like, I park up, I get out, and I'm like grabbing all my gears. I'm full on buzzing, you know, I've got my music playing and my sounds and all that. And then I'm like, all right, I'm just going to jam out. And then so I'm working my way down the line. I'm like polishing up all the wheels, putting the stuff on the windows, all that sort of carry on. And then as I'm working my way down the rows, you imagine rows of cars lined up. And when I'm getting to the end of the row, I'm getting like an inch or two closer to where my car's parked, like where the staff are parked. And then I hit the top of the next row, and I'm working my way down. I'm getting closer and closer. And then I'm like looking in, and I'm like, who the hell's in my car? And I look in, it's the bro. And the bro's still in my car. And like, we must have been about like now 45 minutes that I've been like peeling through all these cars. Because you can imagine polishing all the rims from all the test drives, checking them for gas, like that sort of thing. And then so I go look at old mate, and then I'm like, bro, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, it's just chilling. I'm like, bro, you go do your job, bro. Get the fuck out of my car. And he's like, oh, yeah. So he gets out of the car. I go back to the forecourt, and then all of a sudden one of the managers comes over, and he's the workshop manager. So he comes over, and he says to me, hey, he goes, oh, I think old Barney needs a hand. And I said, what's that? And he said, like, we're knocking on in the afternoon, so it's getting later in the afternoon. And he's like, he's just got some customers' cars that we've got to tidy up. And then I said, oh, yeah, sweet. And then I said, oh, how many's there? And he's like, well, there's about 10 that are waiting to get picked up at 5. And then I was like, 10? So if we go back to 20 minutes to 40 minutes, like depending on how bad the car is, and then there's 10 of them waiting, I'm like, oh my god. So I boost down there, and I'm like, bro, what the hell are you doing? And old Dingleberry, old Barney, is sitting there playing with magnets. So he had just been sitting there first he's sitting there the whole time buzzing out of my car. And then the next thing he's doing, he's sitting there and he's playing with magnets. Like, you know that toy? And it's like the monkey. And it's got those like big shiny gold thing. And it's like ching, 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 ching. Like old mateys like that. Sitting there with the magnets. And I was like, no way. So I like walk up to him. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing, bro? We got to get all these cars done. You're not even doing any of them. And he's like, oh, look at the magnets. I was like, oh my god, fuck off, just get out of my way. So I'm like ripping through these cars, absolutely sweating, like full on trying to smash these out. Now we're getting customers turn up, like, you know, they've been dropped off by their wife after they've finished work. Their car's still waiting. They're like, what the hell are you waiting for? I'm like boosting through. It's like you're like wiping half of the inside, the other hand you're vacuuming it. And I was just like, bro, you're absolutely munted. And he was munted. Like by then, this time, I'm way sober. You know, it's been hours since lunch. I'm like hella sober. Like if anything, I'm hanging out. And like, but old matey still looks like he's priming. I was like, bro, this guy is like, is this your first time? Like, I was like, no. So anyway, we end up smashing through this. Well, I end up smashing through these cars. I'm like thinking like, I don't even care if this guy can't even make it home. I'm that pissed. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what this guy does from here out. And then so I ended up pulling up to work next day, and I always used to come to work a little bit early. You know, you guys like getting in your flow and that sort of thing. So I come to work a little bit early, and then I'm greeted by the manager, the mechanics manager, and he says to me, "Hey, yesterday there's a little bit of congestion back there, and we want to make sure we don't run into that problem again." And I was like, "Yeah, what the fuck was that, eh?" And then he's like to me, I don't want you two going to have smoko again together, eh?" And then I knew straight away, like, oh, okay, so this guy's on to me. He knows that I do it, but I'm on my own buzz. But he's clicked that I've gone with old matey, old Barney, and then Barney's like gotten himself ridden off, bit off a little bit more than he can chew, and yeah, it's enough to affect production, and then yeah, well. Safe to say, gentlemen, that's the last time I smoked with Barney. Barney lost his smoking license that day. I lost my go smoko with another person license too. We're doing alright. Hold on, I'll wait till we hit demon mode. Oh, I didn't cancel it. Whoops. I'll wait till we hit demon mode, and then I'll check comments. Oh, just hit it. I've seen some range mobs creeping in. I finally got Am Strike number 8. Let's go. 8 takes it to Ancestral, doesn't it? That's why it does so much better. It got me extra 150 ways. I remember last time you were talking about it. Yeah, that's awesome, bro. Hell yeah, let's go, bro. Brandy's Need for Speed Underground 2 era was unmatched, bro. Honestly, captivated us, eh? What is that? Ba-da-dum dum 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 da 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 dum dum da da dum dum dum. $400 weeks at 14 is amazing. I remember when I was 14 and I got a job at McDonald's 20 hours every week for $70 a week. Yeah, bro, 100%. Big smoke in the flesh. New Zealand dollars. Yeah, Monopoly dollars. Monopoly dollars, guys. Remember that. So, like, 400 Monopoly dollars is probably, like, equal to, like, 17... is probably equal to, like, $7 in your currency. I used to use certain... to work harder. I did it for years. I could never start working like that, the extra hours, because I was just expected. Ended up GM for 20 years till I only sold out. GG's, bro. What we luring about today? Oh, bro, we're luring about, like, I got this job, bro, and I accidentally got the village idiot Barney smashed. And he said that he used to be a smoker, but I think he wasn't. I think he was lying to me. But I should have read the play, because he was a bit of a dingleberry, eh? So that's my own fault. $800 plus, yeah, bro. Yep, 800 plus. Maybe he's more of a cookie man. I think so. Looking good, and the stream is great too. Christian in the house. Christian in the house. Yeah, so I stayed at that job for a while, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. If we go back to what I was saying, that I don't know why I would have got hired for the job. Like, I wasn't really like your most prime candidate. But honestly, and this sounds weird saying it because this dude had a wife and kids, but I swear the main manager, the big boss, I swear he fancied me, eh? I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think he wanted to take my BMW. Like, I was out of it, bro. Like, I remember one time he, like, grabbed my ass. Bro, like, hand on heart, bro. Like, I was out of it. And, like, you know how you do, like, locker room smacks? You know the boys. Smack the bro's ass, you know, locker room banter, that sort of thing. This was, like, borderline a grope. And I remember, like, pivoting my head. And then one of the other managers seen it. So you got 2 managers. And then you've got a separate manager who manages the mechanics. And I remember, like turning my head, and I look over, and and it's one of the other managers, and he gives that manager, he gives him like the dirtiest look, like as if to say, like if his eyes could say anything, it was, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like that's exactly what the look was like. And then that made me, and I'm like blazed as, so I'm like, bro, I'm fucking buzzing out, bro. Like, what the hell was that? And it just made me feel super awkward. And I was like, bro, my boss wants to get me drunking. And I don't know, there's certain words that you can't say on stream. But you guys know where I'm going with this. But it's super weird, bro. I see this dude, his kids, like every Saturday, because sometimes I'll pull Saturdays. I see him with his wife and kids. You know, take them out to sports. It's super weird. And I'm like, bro, I'm sure this guy's been to Epstein's Island. Look, bro, we're going to get smoked. Once that demon drops, we've got nuke, and then it's game over. That knockback res. Yeah, bro, the old manager want to take my flower. Oh, I'm going to have to do it. Boom. And we got the boss too. Alright, this is it. This is it. This is it, gentlemen. Lights, camera, action. Got everything turned on. Sven the Skull, what's good? What's good? Good luck in your tourney. Oh, and the Death Defy! Yes! Feel the power! What's the power on the Death Defy? Only 8.9s. That's all she wrote. GG's, lads. GG's. 817. Where does that get us? Okay. So we just stretched it out a bit. I can't remember what our other... Oh, we can actually check. 757. Okay, so the... Compared to other tournaments, especially with Fast Ultimate, the Pulsar did alright. And there could be like a bunch of RNG. Like, how many Death Defies did we get? 4. And how many in the first one? 4. So, pretty on par. We'll do my 20 in the next 10 hours. Good luck, bro. So does 10 hours, is that like a better window for you? Like 10 hours to me... 10, 11, 12... 7 in the morning for me? Is that kind of like the good window? That's excellent. 8 keys. Oh, if I'm lucky. There's still a couple of breathers that are still mixing around. And there's a couple campers. There's a couple campers down here. What else could we try? I wonder if we can do like... I wonder if we could do a G-Comp one. Just to try, guys. Like, that's pretty good RNG, 817. I don't know if I'm going to get much better. Like, do we just try it? Like, why not? 6:30 PM for me. Oh, tea time. Tea time. So, Tawny, for you, if 6:30 is 10 hours from now, 20 for you, the cutoff time is what? Midnight? Is that about midnight? Oh, that's pretty late, eh? Especially for people that do late runs. Love the marshmallows, bro. I hope it sticks. I hope it sticks. That would mean we'd be 20 waves, 20 keys off auto start. 1 AM it starts for me. God damn. It's generally around lunchtime in my country. Because I'm in the future. So New Zealand's currently in the future. So if you want to know what happens in the future, Iran wins. Iran makes an epic comeback. The underdog. The underdog makes a comeback. In summer, it's 2 a.m. We're just hitting autumn. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Because, like, I'm like one of those ones where, unfortunately, due to genetics, my hairline got devoed. So I rock the ball head. And the devoed hairline means that once the weather gets colder, lads, bro, the ball head gets fucking cold, mate. The ball head gets cold. It's like I started with a battle condition. Battle condition, every 2 years, the hairline recedes another 2 inches. What I started as a game changer. I didn't realize how much downtime I had without it. I went up about 50% sales and coins. Let's go, boys. Can you smell the hype? So hyped. So hyped. Just etching closer and closer. Bro, am I not even getting perma black hole? Orion fighting as like a gold player in Legends bracket. Orion fighting's like a gold player and his only ultimate weapon is in a landmine. You know, he got a bit of something there. He's got a little bit of CC. He's got a little bit of CC to try to hold things back, but brother, it's not enough, bro. Not enough, bro. Getting smoked. We should do a goal for a hair transplant for you then. Let's go. Bro, not gonna lie, bro. Not gonna lie. I was like talking to my wife and I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna give me a hair transplant for Christmas. And then she's like, bro, you can't, like, you know, you can't afford a hair transplant. They're pretty expensive. And then I was like, well, I'll just buy the fringe. If I can't afford a full one, I'll just buy a fringe. And to give you a bit of reference about like what we're talking about as far as the fringe goes, I'll show you. The king of fringes. Let's go. Where's images? Alright. I'm giving you a warning now. Because you're going to get flashbanged. But check out the king. Check out the king of fringes. So remember, I've warned you. So if your screen's bright, it's not my fault. I already warned you. Look at that, the king of fringe. That's about what I could afford for a hair transplant. The Lomu. Do we got any more close up? Look at it. Look, can you see it? Got the Lomo. Oosh. That's. Let's go, boys. Put the dono in chat so that all clouded can get the hair transplant. Let's go, boys. Going to love it. It takes a little bit of setup so that you're okay without changing cards or spending cash. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I can imagine there's a little bit of tweaking. Because, you know, you're going to be, while you're snoozing away, it's going to be doing its thing. Bro, the mornings have been fresh as. And we're only in autumn. Imagine when we hit winter this year. Bro, have we even seen summer? Have we even seen summer? Bro, back-to-back hurricanes. What the hell's going on, Uncle Fuds? Oh, we got a little bit of perma. Is that kind of like perma? Almost perma. Or clouded becomes all evaporated. Gotta go school thing, bro. Sven the skull. Good luck in your tourney, bro. Give him hell. May the marshmallow gods be with you. Be with you, lad. Right, not gonna lie, I'm pretty happy with that 800, eh? Where are we? This one? A little bit of a gap between me and old Panini Pants. Can run as fast as him at 110 key. I wish, bro. I wish. Bro, that can't run so hard and fast. His fucking kidneys fell out. Right now it's the end of summer in NZ. Yeah, bro, just officially ended. Rubbish, bro. Worst summer of my life. Like, right on one of the summers where I was feeling super motivated, like, you know, start touching grass and, you know, start doing all that sort of thing, and it just has just been rubbish, bro. Storms, people drowning and dying, and, yeah, rubbish, bro. But I like autumn. Autumn's probably my favorite season, because it's, like, sunny and warm during the day, and it's like you can sleep at night because it's like quite brisk. But yeah, again, bro, the devoed hairline, the old ball head gets a bit cold. Not gonna lie, bro, the old ball head gets a bit cold. Oh, get off me, lad. Fucking hell. Bro, imagine if we got better with G-Comp. You always get surprised, bro, like, especially in brackets where there battle conditions where there's a bunch of RNG. You always get surprised by certain setups. Oh, punching through. Jimmy says that's called the devoed hairline. Yeah, bro. Fucking hell, the devoed hairline, bro. Blame my dad, eh? I remember I said to my dad once, you know what, mate, you never really gave me much in life, eh? But you gave me your hairy chest. And you gave me your fucking hairline. What a guy, eh? What a guy. So in NZ, do you go by the month, as in March? That yeah, it's something like that. It's something like that. So it's like, say it's like the 1st of October, or, you know, the 1st of something is officially something something. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not too soon, gentlemen. Not too soon. I don't even know. I already lost wings, bro. That's my fault. That's my fault. Well, look, guys. Not too bad. Can't complain, can't complain. Can't complain, can't complain. See if we can death-defy spam. Boom, death-defy. We do the 20th. Oh, yep. So you guys roll from each of the 20th. I mean, to be fair, bro, I feel like the seasons have moved, eh? I feel like the seasons have moved. And we got another death-defy. We've just been rolling. How many death-defies? 3. Yo, Clouded, I saw you wanted to start working on Spotlight, or you're going to save for the next patch? Nah, I mean, like, I could save for the next patch, but like every patch, I'm normally like 2 patches behind. And there's so much value in this stuff, like something would have to scream out value. What? I didn't even realize I lost wings. Bro. Yeah, something would have to like scream out insane value for me to save. But yeah, I want to go Spotlight. Just because I just need the damage to push further. I just need a strong multiplier. But like, my Spotlight's so underdeveloped anyway. Overcharge. Yeah, my Spotlight's so weak that I feel like the gains would be a nice jump. I just need to polish off this GT. Man, if we could get like 8th place, 7th or 8th place, it means we'll be 20 keys off, gentlemen. 20 keys off, that's insane. Can't believe it. Junior Wong says, it's March now, we still got 35 degrees. I think we've had like patches or areas where the weather's been like okay, but bro, it's just rubbish. It's rubbish. Like normally now it's still hot as in New Zealand. Oh, I thought that Death Defy had us. Well, gentlemen, buy 1 workshop upgrade. Boink. Where's my tried and trusty? Boom, boom. Look at that. I got all the econ ones. Let's go, lads. Where are you? Boom, boom. Looking good. That's us. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Lock. 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 Boom. Taylor says they probably have overtime. That's referring to season shifting. But yeah, it's March now. We still got 35-degree days here in Oz. Yeah, bro, it's so hot. It's honestly, bro, it's so hot over there. Bro, I tell you a fucking Aussie one, eh? Bro, so my old man was moving back from Aussie, and we went over there because he was thinking about like moving. So he was working with an outfit that was subby to whatever they're called, the Olympic Commission or whatever. He's basically doing accounting for the Olympics. And you know, it's a pretty long contract, so even though the Olympics only goes for a set amount of time, you know, there's like a couple years before and a couple years after that you're doing subby work as you're organising stuff. And when he was moving back, he was deciding whether he wanted to set up his own firm over in Aussie. forgot to change my cards. And he was deciding whether... So we were basically traveling around to like check out different areas of Oz. And we end up... Before we come back to New Zealand, we were packing up like as much pack-on luggage as we could for him. And the rest was just coming over in a shipping container. Because he'd been there for quite a while. And I remember we were like just drifting off. We were about to go to sleep. And I remember him... start swearing his head off. Shit. F's and B's and all sorts of carry on. So I go to see what happened, and I said, what happened? And he said, nah, there's a spider. And I lost it. Like, unpacking all the gears. He's got gears everywhere. He's like, lost the spider, and he's like, tried to look for it. But he can't find it anywhere. And he's like, I don't know where it is. I don't know if it's run away, or I don't know if it's in the gears. So he starts like, there's only so long you got to look for it because you still got to fly out the next day. So we come back to New Zealand, we go through customs, whatever, and we go to his house. And I think we're going to stay there for another day or two before we ended up going home. And on his property that he had, he had like an old caravan at the back. And I always used to stay in the caravan because I hated his wife. I know, grow up, eh? Nah, fuck. I fucking hated her. And so I'd go stay in the caravan in the back. So it's in the caravan, it had like a bunk bed sort of thing. Like you could make a bunk bed, turn a table into a bed. You guys know what caravans are like. So I'm staying in the caravan. Well, he put some of the stuff, because he's got a whole bunch of stuff. And, he's put it in this room, put it in that room. Well, he put a bunch of stuff in the caravan with us that was a part of the, let's say, group of stuff that he was packing where he lost the spider. So we're kind of like none the wiser. And we go to sleep, crash out. Wake up in the morning and my sister's crook as. Like flu-like symptoms, drowsy, everything like that. And she's like, oh, I don't want to get out of bed. It gets to about lunchtime. And I'm like, oh, she's still not up. She's sick. So he's like, oh, I'll tell her to come in here. And then, we'll check on her and see if she's all right. And she walks in. And she's got these two big, like right next to each other, these like welts on her neck, like these little pus bubbles, like these two little bite marks, but all the flesh around it is like puffed up like a giant mosquito bite. And I was already going pussy, and I was like, damn, I walked in, oh, what the fuck happened to you? And then we couldn't like figure it out. And then he's like, oh shit, you look like you got bit by something. And then he's like, oh, I wonder if it's that spider. And he's like, it might have been actually in the golf bag that whole time while I was looking. And we were like, damn, bro. Don't put the golf bag with your kids. Like, I swear, hey, look, could have been coincidence. She could have got bit by, a mosquito, 22-inch arms, mohawk, practically the size of a German Shepherd. Could have. Or could have been that bloody little 8-legged monster. Because, they got yuck-ass things in Aussie. I love you fellas, bro. But, bro, you've got some yuck-ass critters over there, bro. Like, you got those, like, giant dragon lizard things that just live in creeks and shit. You got spiders, snakes, lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Sibling is now Spider Woman, bro. Honestly, G. It was so funny, eh, bro? I was like, that's what you get. Nah, you know what it's like. You know what it's like, brothers and sisters. Ah, bitch, that's what you get. You're gonna die. Like one of those ones, bro. But honestly, I swear she got bit by this spider, eh? I gotta lie. Spider senses told her to buy a stone pack. Amen, me too. Yeah, bro. Yeah, they got some. But I tell you what, they got some fun shit over there though. I remember in Sydney, I went to this place called Saga World, and you'd pay like $5 or $6 or whatever the entry fee was, and it was just a whole giant thing of arcade games, and you can stay there all day. Got a food court, got small little rides, VR. Like imagine that, VR 20 years ago, like these weird headset things. Not quite like VR, like obviously like what we know today, but like these headset things where you could look around and yeah, absolutely wild, bro. And the markets are insane. But yeah, those critters, those critters will do it to you. All those roided out kangaroos, bro. What the fuck is that, Like, we all know that meme, and it's that Aussie guy fighting that kangaroo. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Remember how I told you, like, we were talking last time about all those yarns about the dogs and the puppies and all that? Bro, I'll smash the shit out of that kangaroo for my dog. We're exactly like that owner. Run up, give it a huzz horse. Let's see how placement's holding. Oh, who's this guy moving? Oh, it's this warlord. Who's this prick? Hey? This guy? Let's say tier 20 or tier 21? Tier 20. 206 relics. The critters out here to get us are usually found in the workforce. Take spiders over the Kia birds, they'll steal your lunch. Boom, we did it, lads. We're doing alright. Let's see if old Dingleberry's still moving. What's his name? This guy, This Joker. Walhalla! Walhalla! Ho, 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 ho. Whoa! What a clan name! Walhalla! Let's go, bro. Not when the spider outsizes your cats, bro. That's so gross, bro. I don't know what's worse, bro. The spiders or the Aussie pies. Ah, a little dig. Wait, what's going on here? I don't put Dimcore on. What the It's just the overnight run. We're good. 0 coins a minute. I know. What a noob, eh? I devoed my coins. Mind you, bro, like, what I was saying, like, in America, bro, putting cages around your dogs so the mountain lions don't eat them, that's pretty barbaric, too. I want to see where Mr. Walhalla's going. Hard to tell, because it's so slow. Like, everybody running slow speed. Bro, if we crack this, bro, I'm gonna be absolutely fizzing. Oh, where's Envy? What did Envy get? Oh, he's almost at 1,000, bro. What a beast. Oh, I better check my cloud phone. I think my cloud phone service is down for maintenance. Or maybe that's tomorrow. Oh no, she's still up. Must be tomorrow. Gentlemen, it's been awesome. As always, thank you guys for your time. You guys are amazing. You guys always keep me entertained, you cheeky little... You bloody little hooers. See where Mr. Walhalla is. Where is he? Still there? Surely not. He gone so bad. Take care, Jimmy. Good night, Jonah. Bro, honestly, we have to do it, eh? I reckon we have to do like a gift a little, bro. Hold on. Just so you guys remember. Bro, I tell you what, bro. When I was a little girl, bro, it was my favorite haircut. Bro, I remember crying once at the barber shop. Because I went to go get this haircut. And like, so he shaved the hair, like number 3. And he did the little fringe. Like, Jonah was like my idol. And he shaved my hair, but I wanted a 0. And he wouldn't give me a 0 because he said it's summer. You know, you can get sunburnt. Just rock with the 3. Let your scalp get, like, cut out. Bro, I remember bawling my eyes out, bro. How dare you take that from me? So we could actually bring that same energy to a... We can bring that same energy to a give a little. How dare you? If you don't dono for my fringe transplant, you're practically... It's not that you're not giving, it's actually that you're taking away. Like, look at the opportunity. Like, look how majestic. Wow. Look at the passion in the eyes, lads. Come on. Every kid wanted to be Jonah, bro. But I remember watching the Bledisloe. And you can't see anyone. Well, you can tell Umanga because of the dreads. But bro, you could tell Jonah, bro. When he's putting his foot through your chest, you knew that that was a big lad running down the field. Say goodnight to Barney. Oh, bro. Poor Barney, eh? Bro, what did I do that to him, bro? That's the like ignorance of a young puppy. Young pup stepping into an adult's world, and you do ignorant shit like that, eh? Go and get the village downy smoked out. Take care, gents. I'll grab a bracket with you next time, yeah, for sure, bro. Barber S tier. Oh, hey, Barber's like, you know, bro, don't worry about if I get melanoma. Bro, Barbers, bro, if every kid was getting the Jonah, like now it's all fades, all that sort of stuff. And you gotta have a bit of skill. Bro, Barbers back then, bro, were just giving us all ball heads. Bro, we making a killing, bro. All these kids just coming in, getting ball heads with a fringe. Easy money, just farming out our little kids. So, Warhulla. He's still there. Right, this Joker. What's our max wave? 141. 184 relics. But gentlemen, honestly, yous have been amazing. Yous have been amazing. Well, what do we got? We got a stream next Saturday. I don't think I got too much on. I think I got gym on Saturday. Probably just life. Honestly, you guys are awesome. Crack up yarns. Crack up yarns. Crack up yarns. So gentlemen, I see you guys next stream. For all of you guys that stay up super late to chime in. And also for you guys that hit the rewatch. Because there's so many of you guys that hit the rewatch. And I do appreciate yous. I honestly do, man. A lot of you fellas hit the rewatch. And yeah, it's super humbling to have you as a part of this journey. So, gentlemen, if you like what you see, you know the drill, fam. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification button so you can see when the next video is coming out. And as always, keep it cloudy, fam.